In the cold reaches of the Zygoran Nebula, where starlight barely pierced the swirling cosmic dust, the Kthari Dominion waged endless war. Among their ranks was Seraya, a young warrior from the noble houses of Vrexel. Born into privilege and bred for battle, she had been told tales of countless enemies, some fierce, some cunning, but none were as outlandish as the myths of humans. According to Kthari lore, humans were nothing more than primitive creatures from a backwater planet, barely capable of interstellar travel. Yet, whispers persisted in the shadows of the Dominion, whispers of human warriors whose ferocity turned tides of battle, whose resolve could shatter empires. Seraya laughed at these stories. How could such fragile beings pose a threat to the might of the Kthari? But everything changed on the blood-soaked plains of Varnak 7. The Kthari had invaded the planet with overwhelming force, expecting a swift conquest. Their sleek war machines crushed local resistance, and their towering soldiers, clad in bioarmor, marched across the landscape with ease. Seraya led her squad through the burning forests, her twin plasma blades humming at her sides. Victory seemed inevitable. Then, the ambush happened. Out of the smoke and ruin, shadows moved with impossible speed. They weren't like the Kthari or any species Seraya had faced before. These warriors were smaller, their armor mismatched and scarred from countless battles, but their movements were precise, efficient, deadly. Seraya barely had time to react as one of them charged her squad. He moved like a phantom, dodging plasma bolts with inhuman reflexes. His weapon, a crude projectile rifle by Kthari standards, spat death with terrifying accuracy. Within seconds, half her squad was down. Seraya engaged him, her blade slicing through the air with lethal precision. But the human was faster than anything she had encountered. He anticipated her strikes, countering with brutal efficiency. His eyes, cold, determined, pierced through her, unsettling her in a way no opponent ever had. For the first time in her life, Seraya felt fear. They clashed amidst the burning wreckage, neither giving ground. The human's resilience was staggering. Even as Seraya's blade grazed his side, he didn't falter. His pain only fueled his fury. She realized then that the stories were not myths. Humans were real, and they were far more dangerous than the tales suggested. As the battle raged, Seraya's squad was decimated. She was the last standing, her strength waning. The human circled her like a predator, his breathing steady despite his injuries. But instead of delivering the final blow, he did something unexpected. He spoke. "You don't have to die here," he said, his voice rough but calm. "This isn't your fight." Seraya was stunned. Mercy was a foreign concept in Kthari culture. She had been taught that weakness was to be eradicated, not spared. But in that moment, something shifted within her. She saw not an enemy, but a warrior bound by honor and purpose. "I am Kthari," she hissed, trying to summon her fading pride. "We do not surrender." The human's expression softened, just slightly. "Then fight for something worth dying for." With that, he vanished into the smoke, leaving Seraya alone with her thoughts and the bodies of her fallen comrades. In the weeks that followed, the Kthari Dominion suffered unprecedented losses on Varnak 7. The humans, with their relentless